Hey everyone, my name is Hasty Swampert, and I am back to do week 11 of the Universal Pokemon Association Season 4. And for this week, our opponent is Survive 9 of the coach of the Dallas Staryus. You can just see right here. And if you also look, he also has this picture there, which I find kind of funny. Because if you have been paying attention, you know that he has a lot of walls on his team, so he's this stall / balanced kind of style of team. So yeah, that's gonna be a problem for me. So he has Clefable, Blissey, Flygon, Drapion, Rhydon, Articuno. His Mega is Slowbro. He is Skarmory, Rotom-Mow, Chandelure, Poliwrath. He hasn't brought it yet. It was one of his free agencies, and Hariyama. So for Survive, to start off, I thought I'd bring Bisharp, because Bisharp just hits some of his mons pretty hard with a Life Orb. I didn't want to do Choice Band. I didn't want it to be locked into any moves. With Iron Head, you hit Clefable hard. Knock off, you get rid of any leftovers, Eviolite on the Rhydon. Sucker Punch is for Chandelure. I hope he doesn't bring Will-O-Wisp Chandelure, because Chandelure is the definition of trouble on my team. If you just look here, Chandelure, it's going to be a real problem. And then Brick Break is for Blissey, because it does over half. And I went for an Adamant Nature, full speed, full attack, just so I can outspeed walls. And Defiance there, in case he's for some... Well, there's no reason for him to defog because I don't have hazards, if you just look at the team. But I have it there, just in case there's like a special attack drop, that will help. So that's Bisharp. Next up we have a Choice Band Victini, because Choice Band Victini just destroys Blissey, destroys Clefable, it destroys Skarmory, it doesn't destroy Rhydon. Bolt Strike has a role of doing over half on Mega Slowbro as full physically defensive. And also I have Zen Headbutt for Hariyama, Poliwrath, and V-Create also destroys Rotom-Mow, and it also destroys Articuno. And then, like I said, I have Zen Headbutt for the other stab move, Bolt Strike for the Slowbro, and it also does a good amount to Poliwrath. And then, yeah, it does more than a stab Zen Headbutt, actually. Didn't know that. And then Trick is there if I just want to, like, cripple one of his walls, whether it's Clefable or Blissey or not Starmie, whatever the heck it is. Clefable, Blissey, or Skarmory. Yeah, not Skarmory. There we go. But now we have Aromatisse, and Aromatisse we have a Cleric set because I need to keep this team healthy. He's probably going to try to burn me out with Toxic, which I don't want to happen to my team. So Aromatherapy helps keep my team lasting longer, which is like the point. Moonblast is there for stab on things like Flygon, and it also does damage against whatever it's called, Hariyama. Hopefully Hariyama doesn't have Assault Vest, but it could have Heavy Slam, which will stink. And Protect is Protect, just to get the guaranteed wishes. And now next up I have Green Elvis, and Green Elvis has plenty of coverage on his team. Grass Knot there is to beat Mega Slowbro and Rhydon, which are both really weak to grass. And Grass Knot almost KOs Slowbro. And Knockoff is there for Chandelure and to knock off any items. And Gong Shots for Clefable. Originally here I was going to have Rock Slide, but by advice of somebody else, he wanted me to run Taunt for the hazards. And I think that's a clever idea, because hazards can be problemsome for my team. Especially for this guy. I need him. Now, next up is my Chandelure check, which is Choice Scarf Gengar. Not Gengar, Choice Scarf Haunter. And with the Choice Scarf, I have Shadow Ball. It will just destroy Chandelure. Sludge Bomb is for the Clefable. Trick is the same as Victini. Cripple a wall. Destiny Bond is if something's really threatening and I want it gone, I just go for Destiny Bond and boom, it's gone. So, Intimidator, full special attack, full speed. Pretty self-explanatory. Not much use in investing in the bulk because Haunter is not a bulky mod at all. It's the exact opposite. And I gotta remember to keep Haunter safe. I can't do any crazy switches, and yeah, that's it. Now, Mega Blastoise is there to remove hazards, but it can also scald his Drapion. Water Spout's there. This is weird. I wouldn't run this, except Survive's team is rather slow, and I feel like Water Spout can do a good amount of damage on some of his Pokemon. I would have ran Aura Spear instead or Flash Cannon, but they both don't do too much damage to Clefable, and Aura Spear is like a 3-hit KO for Blissey, maybe even a 4-hit KO. It's kind of sad. So instead I was thinking, why not Water Spout? And then Dark Pulse is for Slowbro, and Rapid Spins to remove the hazards. And yeah, that is it for this team. And like I said many times before, I will see you all when the battle begins. And Survive has sent the request, and now just to find my team, here it is. Let's see what he has brought. And the heck, come on, load. There you go. Oh boy. Oh boy. What am I? Alright, he shared the link. So, what am I going to lead against? That's the $1,000,000 question. I don't want to lead immediately with Victini. I'm guessing his hazard setter is Skarmory, but I think what I'll do is I could lead Bisharp. Bisharp wouldn't be a bad lead, but yeah, I don't want to lead with Bisharp. I don't want to lead with Victini. I'll lead with Bisharp and see what he leads off with. Alright, so he led with the... Ah, that's great. He led off with the Blissey. So what I can do here is just go for a knockoff. But he can probably take it, but not much resistance, so we'll just go for it. And he goes into the Poliwrath, and he has leftovers, so that's good that I knocked that off. Now from here, I could probably go into... I could go into Aromatisse, or I can go into Simisage. I could probably go into Simisage. But, like, the Simisage do enough. I forgot how fat Poliwrath is. But I don't know what it can really do, so I'm gonna go into Aromatisse and see what he does. He goes for Scald, and I get burned. That's nice. I'm gonna go for... I might want to go for an aromatherapy right here. There we go. Now what I'll do here is... I might go into my Blastoise and rapid spin the hazards away if he goes for them. He does go for them. Okay. Now here, I want to click rapid spin, but I want to go right for a Scald in case he wants to switch. But Water Spout does a lot. Do I outspeed? I forgot how much base speed Blastoise gets. I'll have to quickly check. 78. Alright, doesn't get a speed change. Then I'll go for a Water Spout and see what he does. Oops. Oops. That was not great. That was a bad idea. Alright, I forgot. Okay, that's okay. I'm fine with that. I can just click Rapid Spin right here because I don't know what this thing can do to me. It had leftovers as the item, so he has the Toxic. That's fine. There goes his hazards. Now, right here, I could probably just... I don't know what I can do here. If I go into Room and say, he could go back into his Skarmory, which can be a bit of a problem. So, what I can do is Scald. I'll just Scald. Oh, darn. He has Circle Throw, okay. And I have Victini. Now, if I do go for a... Actually, Bolt Strike is the best bet out of them all. I'm gonna click Bolt Strike because he has very little switch-ins to Bolt Strike, and he brings in the Blissey, so yeah, he can't take another one. So I'm just gonna click Bolt Strike again, or I could predict the... I want to actually predict him to go into Rotom-Mow and go into... Because he's probably going to calc this right now. I want to go into... the... I could go into Simisage, but it won't KO. So... maybe Gengar's my best bet. Not Gengar, Haunter. I keep screwing up. That actually is annoying. Or I can just go into Bisharp and fire off a knockoff. One of those two. Should I risk it? I'm gonna risk it. We're gonna go into Haunter, predicting him to go into Rotom-Mow, because he probably calced that Bolt Strike is that much damage. And yes, that's excellent. I'm happy with that. That was really tricky. That was not an easy play, which everyone does. So what I'm gonna do here is I want to go right for a Sludge Bomb, but he might go into the Skarmory. So I don't want to be too foolish, and I don't want to click Shadow Ball. I might just click the Sludge Bomb and just play it safe. And if he does have the Skarmory, I'll just switch into another Pokemon. What should I do? I'm just going to click Sludge Bomb. Okay, he goes into Blissey, and that does 0. Another one's not going to KO. So what I can do here is he's gonna go into... I don't know what he can go into. He might try to go into the Skarmory, actually. So I can go into Bisharp, but I don't want to get Thunder Waved, which is going to stink. So I could go back into Aromatisse, or I can just go into Bisharp. Or I can just go into Simisage. I could go into Simisage and just click Knockoff, but he might go for a Wish or a Soft Boiled, which I won't be a fan of, well, I can taunt it. So we'll go into Simisage, and he does go for it. So right here, I'm gonna click taunt, and whatever he switches in is gonna just have to deal with the taunt. So he probably won't expect it. So let's just go for the taunt. And we can also reveal what attack Skarmory has if he wants to switch that in. So let's see what he does. And if he wants to stay in like Thunder Wave or something, then that's all on him. But let's just sit back and see what he does. Ooh, okay. That was... Okay. That is good to know, because from this switch, we can tell that his Simisage, his Chandelure is scarfed. I can just tell from that switch. So what I can do is I can either sack this Mon off, or I can just switch into something. I don't know. I can't take a Fire Blast that well with Aromatisse because I'm not specially defensive. I'm gonna stay in and knock off. He does go for the Fire Blast, so that's good to know. Now from here, I could go into Bisharp and force it out, or I can go into Haunter. Victini can work. Well, Victini's not gonna KO, but I'll go into Blastoise and get a Scald off. But he could go into his Poliwrath. I'll go into Bisharp, and I'm just gonna use Sucker Punch. He might try to switch out, but many of the things which would be switching out wouldn't take a knockoff that well. But I want to go for that safe play. But what if he tries to preserve it? Do I want to risk it and go for the knockoff, predicting a switch? Might want to. I have to sucker right here. I cannot let him... Because he might expect a pursuit too. So he might want to switch into... He might want to stay in, expecting the pursuit, and just go for a Fire Blast. So I think Sucker Punching is the better idea. And he's scarfed, obviously. He's revealed it, so he's locked into Fire Blast, which is good. So let's see what he's gonna do. Ah, there we go. That's so helpful that we got rid of it. And now he's brought out the Poliwrath again. I'm gonna go into Aromatisse, and he goes for a Circle Throw. Hopefully he doesn't bring me back into Bisharp. Okay. I don't want to get scalded, but I could trick it, which isn't a terrible idea because I don't need it anymore. Let's see what he goes into. Ah, beautiful. Okay, so I actually did cripple his Blissey, so I like that. And he is soft-boiled so far, so I might go into Aromatisse, or I could go into Victini. I think, actually, Victini can now, like, freely spam V-Create. That's excellent. But I don't want to do that just yet. So I'm going to go into Bisharp. Wait, but why would I knock it off? Actually, I would knock it off, but it won't do enough to KO. So this is a tough decision. I'm just concerned about Thunder Wave. I'm just gonna go for damage. And yep, he does have Thunder Wave. So that's good to know. But he can't really... I don't think he can touch me because they typically run Seismic Toss. So what I can do is he locked himself into whatever it is. He locked himself into Thunder Wave with the Choice Scarf. So I might just go for a Shadow Ball just for chip damage because he's gonna switch out, which he does, and it doesn't seem to do a lot. That has to be specially defensive Skarmory from that damage. Alright, now here I would click Destiny Bond, except I am paralyzed, so he's gonna be faster than me. So I could just go into Blastoise, or I can just sack off Gengar and bring in Victini. Do I want to do that? I'm gonna go for Destiny Bond. And he brought up his hazards, which is... I can just spin him away, so... He goes for the Roost. And I don't seem to get much out of doing that. Ooh, I live with a little? Ooh, I crit him. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Let's talk about Little Bigness's OCD. Well, let's listen to him. Alright, let's just get rid of this Mon. Now, yeah, Haunter's gone. Well, let's see what he's gonna go into. He might go into the Hariyama, which will stink. He goes into Feminism. Alright, so here I want to get rid of these hazards. They need to go. And I can just spin them away, no problem. So let's do that. I don't know what he's gonna lock himself into, so the most important thing for me is to get rid of the hazards. If he wants to, I don't know, Seismic Toss or something, then be my guest. But as far as I know, hazards need to go. So now I think I'm gonna have to get rid of Blastoise right here. I feel sorry for Survive for that crit. I know, I wasn't expecting it either. That kind of surprised me. Okay, so here I'm just gonna get rid of this Mon, and he brings in Feminism. Now right here I'm gonna just go for a Brick Break. If he wants to switch anything in, he can go ahead. But I just want to get rid of this Blissey, because that'll be another wall gone. And then we'll be good to go. But this Poliwrath is a problem to me. Beef Tips, that's his name. So there goes feminism. I don't need Bisharp anymore, but oh yeah, because I could freely spam Zen Headbutt after that. Great idea. Alright, I'm gonna just get rid of Bisharp. I'm just gonna Iron Head. Ah, he missed a circle throw. Very. Wait, why did I do that? I'm just gonna Brick Break. Brick Break does more. I derped. So, there goes Bisharp. Now here, I just spam V-Create. Not V-Create, I spam Zen Headbutt. Until everything goes away. So, we'll do that. And he got rid of the Poliwrath. Is his whatever it is, Rotomo scarfed? Could be. Wait, I don't want to do that. Let's just Zen Headbutt, see what he does. Alright, so there goes Hariyama. And we end up... Oh. Oh. Wait. Wait. Okay, I was scared for a moment. That was scary. Yeah, I was worried for a moment, because that paralysis... That was so close to killing. And that Thunderbolt did over half. That could have been another loss for me. Alright, so I'm very sorry about the hack survive. I know you didn't deserve it. But I ended up winning. GG. I will link Survive's channel if, I don't know, just in case he decides to upload again. Or his Twitter, you can look at his Twitter too. But besides that, that is the end of the battle, and I will see you all next time.